everybody, welcome to your 2015 September stars. This year has gone really fast. It's going really fast. I don't know where half the months have gone. September is going to be an awful lot of changes for us again, a lot of things happening, a lot of profound changes going on around us. I thought this month, because it's quite a big month, I would use my old tarot deck. I don't know if I've got the book for it. My Ciro Margetti, Gateway to the Divine Tarot. So that is the one that I'm using this month, and usually when I use that deck, it's a little bit more focused, it's a little bit more in depth, a lot more thought-provoking than the usual readings that I do, where this will happen in work, this will happen in relationships. It's more focused in. So do remember to look out for your moon sign and your rising sign as well, to give you some extra clarity if it doesn't resonate with you, because they are more focused in. They're not quite as scattered as my other readings, which I'll stick to doing them like that during the week this month. I just thought, with it being September and with it being we've got 2 eclipses this month, so I just thought I'd do a little bit of a deeper reading for you this month. So to have a look at what is going on this month, I'm not going to go into the full astrology because I'm not very good at astrology. I go more off the energies of the full moons and the new moons, so that's what I sort of go through when I go through things. So September the 6th, we have got Venus is finally going direct. This is going to be felt up until October the 8th. Thank goodness. That's really good that it's going forward. But the first 10 days of September are a really important turning point for a lot of us, that reveals the new order or the new way of how we're going to do things. Any changes of heart that came around during the Venus retrograde and have sort of stuck with you, and you've made your decision on those, and any new priorities that you've planned or you thought of, those can now be implemented and put solidly into place. Any bad relationships are now going to be left behind, and we can start to do repair work on that begins on relationships and the projects that have passed the test of the retrograde. On September the 13th 2015, we've got a solar eclipse. It's a new moon in Virgo, and it's really important really important with the new moon in Virgo, and with it being a partial solar eclipse. Remember that eclipses are all about creating changes in your life that you want to last. So focus on issues, focus on wishes that are going to stand the test of time when this solar eclipse comes round. Make your wishes, make your questions, and ask your guides and angels, and ask your higher consciousness, and ask things like, if you're looking for a relationship, what do I need to do to be in order? What do I need to do in order to be in a relationship that serves me and respects me and makes me feel part of a team, that makes me feel good? And when you create wishes and questions like that are designed for the big picture, not temporary, the universe is going to respond to that. And the new moon solar eclipse in Virgo is all about eclipsing the bad out of your life and creating the good that you want to last, that has that lasting duration to stay around as well. Some of the changes that come your way will be fated and destined, and you won't have a chance to not let them happen. There isn't a thing you can do about it for those that are fated. What you can do between now and then is prepare yourself to be okay with any surprises and any changes that come about that you haven't got control about. during the solar eclipse. When the new moon is in Virgo for this eclipse, organisation, responsibility and attention to detail is going to be really important themes of where this is. This is where you're going to see the changes in both your love and your work life. And once you have asked for your wishes, go with the flow as much as you can and let the changes just come in on their own, in their own way, without trying to predict the exact way in which things will happen. Just let it flow, let it come in. We don't know how things are going to happen, you just know that they are going to happen, but we don't know in what way they're going to happen. And then moving on to September the 17th. September the 17th through to October the 9th, we've got Mercury retrograde. And Mercury retrograde is in Libra, so that's in my sign. So Mercury retrograde is the planet that rules communications, travel, short journeys, messages, communication, emails, phone calls, computers, and in any general retrograde period we can always expect delays on all of these matters, and travel or road related hiccups as well. If there is any time of year that you are going to experience any of these delays, it's going to be during the Mercury retrograde. So back up all your technology, back up your disks on your computer, double and triple check travel arrangements, and hand deliver any important documents. Don't let them get lost in the post. Pay extra attention to all that sort of thing. Because this one is happening in Libra, expect messages involving partnerships to have special importance to you. And if you've been waiting for a lover, a past love to come back to you, again, Mercury retrograde, because it's in Libra, which is the zodiac sign of partnerships and balance, it's the time of year when this is most likely to happen, so watch out for that. Now, September the 27th, we've got a full lunar eclipse in Aries, and this supermoon poses a lot of good things. With a full moon in Aries, all the Aries traits are going to come out, so passion, drive, leadership, confidence, and instincts are all going to be highlighted for all of the sun signs to make use of. And we know that with the eclipse moons, when they've got that energy, it's about 10 times more potent than a regular normal full moon is. And so with you've got the Aries energy in there, it's really going to burn fires, and it's going to do that for all the signs in the zodiac. So if you've got any burning drive, any burning desires in your life right now, follow every single instinct, opportunity that comes your way, and if you can do that, you will certainly see some really magical results. And things to avoid during this period that are bad tempers. Walk away from any arguments that come your way during this period, and certainly keep your temper at bay when it comes around, because there'll be a few frayed nerves at this time as well, and a good chance you might want to argue with somebody. So keep that at bay, be careful of that, and just watch out for that. So we've got a lot of interesting things happening this month. Obviously there's a lot of other astrological things as well, but I don't know an awful lot about those, but there's plenty of other readers on there that you can go through and find out every single date of what's going on. I just wanted to highlight the ones that I know of that interest me, and are most prevalent to the energies that I feel and when I do the cards and everything. So there we go. So have a brilliant September. There's going to be an awful lot of things going on, good and bad, for all of us. I say the bad things may be karmic, we might not be able to do much about them, just go with the flow, ride through them, and make sure the good things are the things that we want, that we really want. Make September special, Okay, so on with your stars. Namaste, blessings and light. Thank you so much for your likes, your shares, your subscribes, your Google Pluses, everything. And if you'd like a private reading from me, just click up in the corner, get yourself booked in for a reading. I'd love to do one for you. And have a great one. Okay, bye. Good. Hi Aquarius, this is your September 2015 reading, so let's jump straight in there. I've set all this up and then I have to move it all, don't I? I'll just move that one for the moment so that you can see what's going on, because we're starting off with the Four of Pentacles, which is all about inheritance, wealth, stability, practicality, and that's your general energy of the moment at the beginning. You've got sound judgment, you've got a really good mind at the moment for business matters. You know the value of money, you know how to invest it wisely, you know what's going on with your money. Could be a lot of domestic situations going on around you. Career advancements as well, business opportunities, and some sort of windfall coming through, but it's not a windfall as in a lottery win, it's a windfall as of a reward for the hard work that you've put into something. Somebody could come into your life at the moment and give you some sound financial advice, and if somebody does, then take the advice, heed the advice, because it will be really good advice for you. It will be something that you are wanting to hear or needing to hear, and that could come in the form of a friend, somebody in the family, partner, a bank manager, an accountant, somebody like that, but they could come in and give you some financial advice. But pretty much at the moment you're quite well, you've got a good wisdom of money and what's going on with money. You know that for some of you, you know that you need to do some changes and look at things from a different perspective, and you've got the ability to be able to do that. You've got the ability to be able to step back from a situation and see a broader picture, a bigger picture of what is actually going on, and this is going to help you to think more. You're not going to jump into anything hastily, you're going to think things through, give things proper consideration, weigh up your options to take the best course of action before jumping into anything. And maybe this person comes in to give you advice as well. There is a change for the better coming around. You're more in control of your own money, you're more in control of things, and having that ability to be able to look at things from a different perspective and see the whole picture of things, especially in a money situation, is serving you really, really well. Some of you could get a gift of money from somebody. As I say, this is not any money that's coming in is usually as a result of your hard work. It's not going to be gambling or doing the lottery or anything like that. It's going to be your hard work. But for some of you actually might get some sort of gift, so it would be some sort of legacy, an inheritance, a bonus from your employer for all the hard work that you've put in lately, some sort of compensation payout that may be coming to you through insurance, something like that. But you're quite secure at the moment and things are good. Now it's crossed with, I'll set myself on fire, it's crossed with the Two of Wands, so don't feel restricted in any way, I think is the challenge. Know that you can go forward, and you can go forward well. There is some preparation to be made that is going to add to your strength and abundance to be able to get to what it is you're wanting to attain. And there's some sort of choice that some of you are needing to make, or a decision that is being called for. As you can see, there is one key there and two boxes. That one key is going to fit one of those boxes. It's choosing which box it's going to fit and which one therefore it's going to open. So there is a choice for some of you, and some assessment and planning that you're doing. And I think some of you are stepping back and looking at the broader picture of things and looking at things. I think the challenge might be to stay being brave, to stay being courageous, to stay being in control. I feel a lot of you do want to step back and look at the whole picture, and it may be difficult for you to do that, but it's something that you actually need to do at the moment, and that's your challenge. You actually have to step back and look at things, assert your independence as well in some cases, because you feel, some of you, some sort of restricted freedom, that you're being denied something, or you're being stopped from doing something. I don't think this is necessarily money. It could be sort of relationships, things going on around you that way. It could be a boss who's being difficult at work or something as well. But don't allow yourself to get drawn into something against your will. Don't let others take control of you. So that is your challenge, to stay in control, to stay strong, to not let anybody get above you. You need to show the strength. You need to show your inner strength. And for some of you that could be quite difficult at the beginning of the month. So it's a challenge that you need to get over and go with. Now if we go sort of slightly into the past, we've got the Two of Swords. So there is that courage there. There's also been a feeling of feeling stuck as well. I think some of you might have gone through some disputes. You will sort it out. There is a solution to it, as we can see in the present moment. There are solutions coming up for you. But I think for some of you there was a difficult time in the recent past. Situations, friends, family, work not going right, and you needing to keep and show your strength and step forward. The blinds are coming off. That blindfold that I can't even say that's a male or a female, that's a mask. The blindfold is coming off the mask and making things clearer for you. So you've been able to weigh up the positives and negatives in any situation, and you've been needing to make a clear decision, and you've got the strength to make that clear decision. You know, you've got the attributes of the four of coins and everything to make that decision. So know that you're doing the right thing and go with that. And just into the future position, we have got the Nine of Coins. So Nine of Coins, I think we're talking about, I think this is definitely sort of money related, because there is a lot of Pentacle, and you've got an awful lot of Major Arcana cards as well. Just let me sort of mention that. So there is a lot of changes going on for you within your life at the moment, as there is for a lot of signs, with it being September and the moon doing what it's doing at the moment. There is a lot of energy about for us to change. Now the Nine of Pentacles is one of your cards. It is an Aquarius card, so there is a completion of events coming up where you've sorted out, you've made a decision and you're moving forward, and there is a focus on positive results and rewards coming into you, and you can now sort of reap the rewards of that and be successful. For some of you this has been a difficult, time consuming process, but the outcome is a good outcome that's coming through for you in the near future. And I know that some of you have had to either wait on a decision, or again you've really had to make a decision. There's been a definite crossroads for you. because you've got the Hanged Man in the conscious position, which is showing that you have had to stop, you've had to think, you've had to decide what it was that you wanted to do, the direction that you wanted to go in, and that's really what you've been doing. You've had to go into a certain extent inside yourself, knowing that the answers are inside you as well. In some cases you've had to make yourself vulnerable. Maybe you've had to sacrifice something about yourself or your position, or whoever you've been enemies with, you've just sacrificed, just stop arguing with them, and in doing that, that is helping for the rewards to come in. Once you've thought about things have become clear, but that's been very prevalent in your conscious thoughts lately, about having to make some sort of decision, having to think about things, knowing that, you know, you need to find the answers, and you have found the answers, and you're going to move forward and have the results and everything, and you are going to get justice as well, because you've got justice in the subconscious position. So I don't know if maybe this was a legal thing for some of you. It feels like it could have been. Contracts, things like that have been signed, and you've been wondering about signing them, but there's been papers involved. Some of you could have been going through divorce, and you've been trying to do it in the fairest way possible, but there has been a fairness. You self-examining yourself as well, self-examining your motives for what's happened, what you've been doing, and you will come out on top because of this, because of the fairness that's involved, the balance. So I think that maybe for some of you there might be some court matters involved, but also there's been this knowing for you to not allow anybody else to sway you from your path, to influence your decision against your better judgment, for definite. And you've got that, you've had that strength, and you are having because you're going to move into the 9 of Coins. So justice is being done in a good way, and it should be coming out on your side. Now we've got the King of Swords in the second half of the month starting off, so I think there's definitely some sort of legal stuff going on. We're also going into Mercury retrograde as well, so any contracts or anything else I would sign within the next couple of days. If you're sure about signing them, then after that I would actually hold off. You can make your decision and say, yeah, I'm going to go for that, but just hold off from signing it for the next couple of weeks. So there is a focus on very decisive actions going forward. You are very in control. You are the King of Swords. You've gained a lot of knowledge, but you're also kind with that, and you're also fair. You do being the Justice card as well. You're quite quick-witted and clever around this time as well, and you do care about the outcome for everybody concerned, not just yourself. So these qualities that you're taking on, they're coming to the surface. Other people can see these, and they can see the sort of high-principled person that you are. And you need this logic to go forward. So that's really good in the second half of the month, that you're going forward with that, and you're doing it. As I say, there are so many major arcana cards here. There is a lot going on for you. High Priestess is next. Your intuition, your psychic abilities are improving. They are getting better. You're seeing the big picture of things. You're probably getting messages from your guides and angels, which you are probably, and the collective consciousness, which you are probably being able to pick up on more, especially more. There's a lot of things going on beneath the surface with you. and a lot of intuition. Write down your dreams. High Priestess is a very, very spiritual card. Use that intuition that she's giving you to get insights, to get inspirations, all those little things that pop into your head. Hey, what about doing this? Hey, have you ever thought of doing it this way? That's your intuition, that's your higher consciousness, where these thoughts come from nowhere. And as long as they're positive thoughts, you know that they're coming from a good source. So take heed of what's coming through from you. And again, it's being able to see the larger picture of things and not being caught up in the little details of a situation or a project. It's looking down on the whole thing, seeing things from different perspectives. So listen to your intuition, listen to your subconscious. The High Priestess is giving you that power, of spiritual and moral nature as well, which is coming from unconscious sources. Definitely write your dreams down in the second half. While you're working through everything, while you're developing things, while you're being able to look at the picture, the big picture, you can keep these things to yourself. You don't have to tell everybody else. They will be able to see the changes in you, but you don't have to come out and actually say, hey, this is what I'm thinking about, this is the decision I'm going to make, this is the road I'm going to go down. You don't have to say all of that to somebody else if you don't want to. Play things a little bit close to your chest. There is a lot of options for you that can become open to you, that you will be given the opportunity to see in September, providing you are open enough and listening to your intuition. Don't feel inadequate in any way. If you get to a point where you're not sure which way to turn, just look inside yourself, get that inner peace, and that will give you that constant flow of positive energies and being able to accept conditions more in our lives of the way things are, being able to see why they are that way, and getting the answers to know how to change things. It's a very wise and knowledgeable time for you, and you're releasing a lot of old energy as well. You're definitely sort of moving into the new with things, because we're immediately followed on by the Death card. Don't panic. Don't be panicking on the Death card at all. This is complete transformation due to the work that you've put into things, the way that you have sorted out things, and it's now releasing that old, coming into the new, and allowing the transformation to happen to you at a much higher level. Let go of any trust issues, let go of any attachment issues that you've got, being obsessed about something, habits that you've got. It's time to let go of all of that, and I think you know that and you've thought it through for some of you, and that's your challenge, is to let go of it, because if you try and hang on to these things and the Death card is coming in trying to transform you, it could be quite a rude awakening for you, because you'll have major changes going on around you which are going to require you to be a bit bendy, being adaptable, going with the flow. And if you resist against the changes, if you say no, not having this isn't happening, and you start to worry and over obsess about it, it will become worse for you. So it's a complete transformation, and because we don't like change, I know we don't like change, we don't like things being different from the way things are, because we get so used to things being the way they are. But when these outmoded concepts and beliefs are discarded, it's making way for a new and better life, a better lifestyle. And that's so you're being asked to step out the past, you're being asked to close that door, open the new door that's in front of you, step through it, and step through into the moment, into today. You're going to miss out on so many opportunities if you keep looking back at the past. At this point, you've got so much coming through to you to take advantage of you. If you fill your life with joy, with hope, with faith, and leave that past behind, wonderful things are starting to happen for you, are happening for you. Just question your life a little bit. You're going to be questioning the amount of energy that you're putting into either a work situation or relationships, and you're going to decide whether it is worth all that energy that you're putting into it. Are you getting the same sort of energy back again to meet you in the middle, or is it all one-sided? You might have to let go of certain things in order to save your energy and keep your energy, because your energy is precious to you. It's your life force, and don't have anybody around you taking it away from you. Now we're finishing off the month with the Emperor, which is brilliant. The Emperor, he knows where he's going. He's already there. He's very peaceful. He's got so much wisdom and experience. He goes probably a little bit with his head more than his heart, because he has to, and he probably puts on this stern front as well. He's very masculine, and he's very fatherly as well, and that, but he is somebody who's very much in control of himself, and this is going to be you, Aquarius. By the end of the month, you are going to be very much in control of yourself. You're not going to be easily influenced by others, and you are going to be really well respected by others for the decisions that you are making, for the path that you have decided to travel down with your life. So, and the Emperor is also somebody who has the intuition, the natural instincts, the natural abilities to be very loving as well, and he's very protective. The Emperor is very protective of those around him, but he has very, very strong willpower, so he can be loving and compassionate, but he does it in a very controlled, realistic way. So it could be for some of you, especially in a work situation at the end of the month, you're going to be very well looked upon, very well respected, very well liked. You're going to get the credit coming to you for things that you have done, for the way you've dealt with things fairly. And the Emperor, because he's the Emperor, is sort of very law-abiding as well, and I don't know if this is linked up with the Justice card nearer the beginning, but there is focus, there's willpower, and a great persistence as well in getting things done in the way that you want to get things done. You're not listening to, you are listening, you are taking on board the opinions of other people, but you are thinking them through. You're in control of your thoughts, and you are figuring out whether that advice given is good for you and those around you. You're taking that into consideration as well. So many opportunities are going to come through with the Emperor. In fact, from the second half of the month, there is really good things coming through for you. There's so many, as I say, major arcana cards. It's just huge transformation in every way. So it's a fantastic month for you, providing grab the opportunities, they come in. Don't be hasty about your decisions. Think carefully as you're going through. Listen to your dreams and your intuition. Go with the flow of the changes of death, and be in control of yourself in a fair, kind and loving way, not only with yourself as well, but with those around you. Do not say the challenge is the Two of Wands during the month, so don't let anybody sway you from the direction in which you want to go in this month, and you will get to your destination. You will get there, so it's really good. So Aquarius, that's your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like a private reading, click up on the link get yourself booked in with me, and we can get some direct answers for you. Namaste, blessings and light. Take care.